Hey you, so on this video, gold and silver stacking for beginners, platinum, palladium and rhodium, we're going to be discussing these other metals, these alternative metals, alt metals. Now, as I've mentioned, I've got the ones of more what I would class as a higher importance out the way, so I'm getting more into these other not so important, more personal preference videos. So on these here, I'm not going to be able to give as much from my own personal knowledge that I have, because these ain't all platinum, palladium and rhodium. The only one is of these alternative metals, and that's going to be the platinum one I'm showing here. I don't own any of the other two, but I will give my own personal thoughts and opinions on them, any pluses I can see to them, any downsides, and just how I overlook them in general. And hopefully that can help an individual getting into the metals and help you make your own choices as to whether you want to be picking up one of these alternatives. Now, I say alternatives to the main bad boys because, as we all know, gold and silver, have been used as money. They're the best forms of investment if you're using it for a hedge against inflation, and the likes of an insurance and yada, yada, yada. Everybody's going to be going to gold and silver. It's rare you'll find an individual, especially that I've come across, that's going to be doing it in a lot of these other alternative metals. So it's an alternative to them. The way I personally see that is these metals have become more of a use in current industry. So they purposely only play an industrial use from what I've personally seen. Now, we know silver has the biggest industrial use, but it's also been used as currency in the past and the likes of, whereas these metals, from what I can see, only play that purpose. Now, there are pluses and minuses to that, like I've said before, from my own personal viewpoint. Now, the first minus that I would see for an individual getting into these alternative metals, this is one of the only large platinum coins that I picked up. I picked up a few of these and done a video. They're practically identical to silver. You can't tell the difference if you're looking at them side by side. So anybody getting into this is going to be getting into it for the actual metal itself, and because they may know something regarding platinum or palladium or rhodium that the next man may not know. Now, I've only come across a few stackers on YouTube that have ever done well in these alternative metals. I'm not saying that they do bad, and Silver New Jack was one of them, but the way that I view these is that you're kind of cutting off a very large portion of the market when it comes to these alternative metals, platinum, palladium and rhodium. I'm breaking into why I've personally seen that, and I personally didn't go way too heavy on them. With a lot of these coins here, when we're talking to platinum, palladium and rhodium, you are really basically left with the whole ounce and above option. Now, showing this platinum coin is interesting because I would say it'd be more so, as I'm using these coins as representations of palladium and rhodium, you don't have the option to go fractional, and that's what I'm getting at here. So an individual, if they was interested in these coins, would only have the option of going for with palladium, you get more collector coin options. With rhodium, for instance, there's damn near no collector coin options. I'll touch upon and show the one that I have come across and seen, but it excludes a very large chunk of the public or any potential buyers once you get into a situation like that. If you imagine only being able to purchase silver or gold at an ounce level at current prices, silver not so bad, gold, it's gonna cut off a whole load of people straight away automatically. And that's how I currently see it with a lot of these alternative metals. Now, there is a difference for platinum, and that may be the situation as to why many consider it. Now, when we're talking in terms of collector coins, or even coins in general, you will get a lot of coins in fractional sizes in platinum. And now that may be why it's more readily available. When individuals come across them, they may pass them as they're window shopping for other coins and think, I don't have no platinum, let me pick up that new 2018 quarter ounce or fractional platinum Britannia. When we're talking palladium, it's a lot more scarce. I would love somebody to point me out to the wide selection on any dealer that's got collector coins or coins in general where they have fractional palladium, rhodium and platinum coins at an affordable price. Platinum is the only one of the main three there that I'm referring to where you're going to find fractionals at somewhat of a sensible price. So that can be the one downside that I see to it. It doesn't appeal to many masses because finding these coins in fractionals is very hard, and they're already priced very high. I mean, all the coins I'm displaying here are over £800 sterling currently, so it's that would be the downside. Now, it would exclude palladium and rhodium. You do get, I would say, in terms of first, second, third, easily platinum leads the way with these alternative metals, because you can find that in fractionals from a majority of the larger dealers. That's a good thing, especially when you want to sell, because if they're selling it in bulk and many dealers are selling them, then you can also, you know, resell them back. So if you're able to buy them, should I say, from many dealers, then you're able to sell them to many dealers. I'm not saying they're not available in rhodium or palladium when we're talking fractionals, but not readily available and at decent prices from many dealers. Now, as I was just mentioning, the only example that I have seen for rhodium would be this coin here. And now this is, I mean, this is the only one that I've seen, and that's going to be a 1 ounce rhodium Tuvalu dragon coin, and this is from one of the European dealers that I use a lot, and that's gold, silver, B, and get the price. So you see, that's 2,000, damn near 2,200 euros. So we're looking at about £1,900 or so, just over, around $2,500. So the options for rhodium are very slim, and these are the examples I see in the whole ounce form, especially with collector coins. So it's not going to get a lot of airtime from individuals that are shopping about. When we're talking palladium, you're in the same category, you're in the same area. It's not readily available. You don't be seeing them in fractionals, and they're not at the top of everybody's list. You know, you'll see every individuals getting into the two big bad boys, which are going to be gold and silver. Now, I'm not bashing these at all. As you can see, I own the platinum there. So with these two, but there will be a little twist to what I can see. Now, getting into platinum, even currently at time of releasing this video, and when I did pick these coins up, I would say of the three, for an individual getting in, it is the best choice. I do like it because you have a wide array of coins, you have fractional options, and they are somewhat popular. I mean, mints that could easily mint in rhodium and palladium don't choose to do so much. So the only reason I would think that would be is because either one, it's not doing well for them at all, they sell terrible, but on face value, they look identical when we're talking platinum, silver, and palladium. So it can't be just for purely looks. So it may be that they can't get the metal at a decent price just from where it's being mined from, or it may cause issues. I don't know, but they haven't decided to go down the rhodium route or the palladium route. I know you can get a load of 1 ounce coins, and you know, a lot more than rhodium, palladium coins I'm referring to here. I've not seen fractionals, but whole, definitely not saying they're not available. But platinum is the best bet. Why? Because even I'd say in the past 10 years, where we've seen platinum at its last highs. The last highs would have been around 2010, and I would say in pound sterling, you was looking at platinum around, for an ounce, or over £1,100 current prices. So that would be around $1,500. And then you had another large spike in the price around 2011. Same price range, and the last biggest bump would have been 2016, and it's down from there. The other two metals are doing okay. They're not as down as platinum would be, so that is another plus side for why an individual may be looking at these now. So you're getting it at the best price currently, especially since its previous highs, so it can be in the same realm as silver and gold, and you're getting more options and choices. I would say after gold and silver, if you're going to pick one of these in form of collector coins or even investment currently from spot price, platinum is definitely a good choice. I do like them, as I've been asked a few times. I'm not going to be stacking no more. I will give a little side note on that and say, personally, if you want to pick up a few coins and you want to spice things up, I can't see no harm picking up these platinum coins. Currently we have the quarter ounces. I know the Nobles was available in fractional sizes. There was some good options in the fractional sizes. Now, from what I've heard of, individuals getting into these other metals are more big time players. Now, I've heard of an individual that would get into rhodium, for instance, and had a real good time with that. Say, for instance, how I get into the collector coins to spice things up. Some of these guys would get into rhodium, one of these alternative metals, and pick them up in bulk and then go on to sell them when the price spikes. We all know rhodium, when we're talking these three alternative metals here, has seen the most awesome spike of all. I mean, it saw a spike that was damn near a moon spike, and Today, we still don't know why it actually happened, whether it was a manufacturing error from a car manufacturer that sent out the message that there was a shortage and everybody panicked. Then we saw that massive spike. It did drop back down, but at the time when I picked these platinum elephants up, the dealer was telling me about, you know, the potentials of rhodium if I was interested, and about the individual that I'm referring to now that goes ahead and picks up large amounts of rhodium and sells them, because when it does have a spike, it has a handsome spike. Now, I'm personally can't see myself getting into any rhodium because it would be an ounce at best or a couple of ounces, but the gains that could be made wouldn't be worth it. I could easily put that money elsewhere and see better gains. But that is another play that a lot of some of the bigger players that can afford to go a whole ounce at a time or who have full well made up stacks can do. That's the same way I get into collector coins to spice things up and to maybe increase my stack. I heard of individuals doing the same, and especially with rhodium. But you know, that has been the best of the free metals, as I've mentioned. But in terms of collector coins and fractionals, I wouldn't say it's the best choice. If an individual was advanced and felt like really spicing things up on a current dip, I would say rhodium is a good play. It's never going to see the same highs we saw before, but I would never say never, as I just did. But it does see the better swings, and it is at top now. As I mentioned, if I would have picked up some rhodium ounces when I picked up the platinum ounces, I could easily flip them back to the same dealer, but down there 200-300 plus. Whereas the platinum, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even a little cheaper than when I picked these up. I'll have to double check, but these were going for a fantastic price at the time. So I'm going to wrap this one up saying platinum is a fantastic purchase. You know, if you can get in fractionals and it's more widely available in fractionals, it could be the best thing to do. Mints, when they do go alternative, tend to go, if we're talking one of these silver metals, more with platinum than any of the other alternative metals. You know, you can definitely do your own research and find out which one you think you may benefit you better or which is best for you. But from my own personal observations, I would say platinum is a good play just because it's available in more fractionals, and it's, I would say, the closest when we're talking in line. I would easily put it, you know, we're excluding bronze and copper and the likes of, especially for collector coins. After gold, silver, you could say platinum. Palladium, once again, I know they had some lovely eagles that recently came out. Good purchase. Current time of releasing this video, it's, you know, price wise it's there, but not as high as the others are. But it's a good purchase if you can find it a collector coin, or even in a good form, closer spot. Why not? Rhodium, you know, has seen the most insane jumps. It can be a fantastic play. If I really wasn't tied up in so many other things, it would maybe be something that I'll do. Especially with these, you need to really pay attention to when is a good time to jump in, especially from previous highs. If you see rhodium's, you know, all-time high, then you may be scared. But I personally don't think it could go there. But for an individual that's got some clout to push about, they could maybe be going down the rhodium route. So I'm going to wrap this one up, but it'd be fantastic to hear what anybody else thinks of these alternative metals. Are you into them? Do you totally exclude them? Are they just more car industry, as some individuals have said? Absolutely useless for investment purposes and stacking in general. Do you class them like collector coins, really? You know, who you're going to sell them to when it comes to, or is your whole entire stack one of these alternative metals? That's my views on them. I doubt I'll be increasing my stack to any more than I currently have. I believe I have 5 ounces of platinum. It's going to stay at that. You know, I got these collector coins for a fantastic price. So should we see a spike, I'll most definitely be flipping these and maybe put it into some gold or silver to increase the stack. Even from the collector aspect, it was the best of both worlds pick up. Palladium, if something fancy came along in a collector coin, I may purchase that, but I'm in no rush or even looking at picking up anything in Palladium anytime soon. But you know, you ain't got nowhere near as wide a choice when we're talking platinum. You got platinum Queen's Beast coins, kangaroo coins, platypus coins. Down there, every mint does a platinum coin in larger sizes. Palladium, not saying they're not there, but you know, you gotta go over and looking. Rhodium, I've seen in bars, as I showed the picture not too long ago. That was the only ones I've personally come across in coins, but it has, you could say, the biggest potential if you're willing to ride that Bronco ride. So go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. It'd be fantastic to know what you think of this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.